10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, Silver Squad? Welcome back to the Silver Site. Today we're going to be breaking down Season 3, Episode 7, These Fragile Lives. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's election night, and I know we all are heightened right now, but we figured we'd keep the show going so that we kind of keep our mind off of everything that's going on in the world and just, have some good conversations with some good friends and some new faces. So first, I would like to introduce our guest. How you guys doing today?
Good.
As best as we can.
Yeah, I can feel you.
I was waiting for someone to break the ice.
It's stressful. We know.
It's a stressful day today, but we're here, and we got a lot to say. We talked about a little. We talked about the episode a little bit off camera, and so let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about Jim and how Tabitha needs to divorce him from Fromville. Can we get an attorney on the next shipment to the town? Because I think she needs to sign divorce papers. Yeah, super gaslighting. So let's talk about that. Well, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so ready to drag Jim. Let me go around and see what you guys thought. Give me your initial opinion about the episode. We'll start with Hero Harrison. What did you think?
I actually thought it was pretty good. I know we'll do the rating at the end, but I thought it was better than the last couple of episodes, actually.
Okay. Staphany.
I was ready for the drag Jim bandwagon also, but I think that this episode was much better than the previous ones, but I still don't feel confident in any answers being given. I'm going to let it give a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm not getting any answers right now.
Okay. Mirasha, what'd you think?
I prefer slower episodes. I don't want to call this one a slower episode, but compared to what we've seen, it's been real chaotic. So I really appreciate just the times where I can just really focus in on what the F is going on, because there's so much going on. And I just know that we're just gonna pray. That's all. We're just gonna have to pray.
Okay. Dr. J.
I don't know. I feel like this was another building episode. I feel like something different that I noticed is they focused in separately on all the characters, what Tabitha's doing, what Jim is doing, where Victor is. I like how they focus in. I liked it, but I want more. I want more answers. I feel like we're just still building to the answers.
Yeah. Okay. Desiree?
I thought it was an okay episode. I liked it better than the last episode. However, I will say that I think we're missing a subplot that should have. I guess it should have happened a couple episodes ago, but we'll talk about that. So, yeah, no answers, but it was an all right episode.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with everyone. I enjoyed the episode. Definitely, it felt a little slower or a little less eventful than the episodes we've seen before. But for me, I've learned to appreciate the slow burn of the show. It's sort of like watching Midnight Mass, and you know what's going to happen on the end, but not that you know what's going to happen on the end. You know it's building to something greater. But I'm okay with it being slow, and I'm okay with not having answers if we get character development and stuff like that. Dr. J, what did you think of the show?
What I think about the episode, I thought the episode was good. I mean, like I said, it's a building one, but I feel like we gotta get to Dragon Jim. We gotta get right into it.
Jimothy?
Dragon pants on.
Listen, you're right. I hope on the next shipment of Fromville, we get an attorney in there, maybe a mediator, somebody in there to help Tabitha and Jim. It's so crazy to me because y'all remember when From started, they were going on the trip to fix as their last hoorah before they told the kids they're about to get divorced in season 1, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy that not even like they can't even trauma bond. That's how much you're not supposed to be together. You would think that they're like trauma bonding because of everything that's going on. They can't even do that right. So I want Tabitha and Jade to be a thing so bad. I want them to be a thing. I want them to be a thing. Like, I feel like they would look nice together. He already knows the kids. Like, he's
No.
Wait.
I honestly think that's valid. That's valid. I think that's valid because I mean, if you look at their chemistry, I mean, they kind of have like the same energy. They're, you know, straight to the point. Tabitha, I mean, sometimes she kind of, you know, like, you know, but Jade, I feel like has more of a head straight on right now, at least.
Yeah.
Because he's making a lot more sense than the others. And I just think they really spend a lot of time together, and it could be a possibility because now, you know, like Dr. J said, he knows the kids very well, and he's shown that. And
Stepdaddy Jade.
I don't know.
Stepdad.
Oh God, I think they're better off as friends. I don't know. I like Jade on his own. No.
I do like Jade on his own though, but I mean, I see that is a possibility that could happen though.
He barely likes Shayna. Yes.
He barely likes we barely like him, so it's okay.
Right.
Jim is a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. Like Jim is a survivor, but I need him to like. He is really, really sensitive, and I don't think that he has like really been a standing partner for Tabitha. And the sad thing about it is Tabitha is speaking some things that is very like red flag, not the circus, not Six Flags, girl, red flag. Like you are saying that you saw these 3 red stones in a dream when you were a child. Like those are the things that should be alarming you, instead of you being like, what are you talking about? You left us. Baby, you sound hurt. You really need to stand in your placement as a partner and be like, okay, let's talk about this. Let's take some notes. What do you remember? What do you see? And it weren't for the fact that he just ran into them while picking up supplies for, you know, the town, that he would have gotten any answers. He's not like, it's almost like he's avoiding right now. It's giving narcissist.
Okay, good point. Because I also feel like Jim thought he was going to be the one to solve it, and now that it's looking like it's more so Tabitha, I feel like he's trying to talk her down and kind of gaslight her to make her look like she's crazy. When my whole thing is, you're literally in a town that you can't escape from. There's monsters, there's possession, there's worms. Why do you think that whatever Tabitha experiences is improbable? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
At this point, everything is possible, Jim. I mean, Jim just likes to disagree. I don't know.
I think he's so indecisive to the point where, going back to what Dr. J was saying, that it really is kind of like turning Tabitha off, because it's just like, what are you doing? Like, you've been here just as long as me. You don't have to wake up anymore. We've been in this. So I really don't see how Jim's just not straightforward with things, and just I get people are scared and stuff, but I mean, you know, you've been there for a while, so this is your experience right now.
You know what would have did it for me with Jim? When Tabitha came back and Jim said, as long as we're together, I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather be in the real world figuring this out. He's like, as long as we're together as a family. I'm just like, Jim, you don't want anything else. Like, you want me here stuck with you.
He's naive sometimes, I feel like, or just he's just oblivious to things.
I think he feels threatened by Tabitha, and I don't think that she's the only one that he feels threatened by. I mean, I think he was at least threatened by Boyd at one point, Jade as well. I think he sees himself as a leader when he shouldn't.
Absolutely.
Funny.
You know what? I just think that Jim is Tabitha's biggest op, personally. He does not want that woman to succeed. He does not want her to thrive. I think he's very selfish. Like, I know why she left. She wanted to leave him now. I get it. Like, I would want to leave him too. Like, because this is supposed to be like a this is truly a survival situation and you are acting like this, I need you to get it together. If I'm telling you I saw these stones in a dream when I was a kid, I need you to be like, all right, do what you got to do. What can I do? How can I support you? Because she's going through something real crazy that Jim cannot understand. Like Jim can't fathom. He is just there with the kids. Like he has not been through what Tabitha has been through. He hasn't seen what she's seen. So I just don't know why he's not standing 10 toes down, like beside her. He needs to do that. And Jade's doing that for him.
Yeah. Because even the language he was using when I thought, okay, maybe he's coming around, I want to say he said something to the effect of like, well, yeah, let's just say. And I'm like, no, it's not no let's just say. This is what happened.
Right.
And see, this is not a time for like any more possibilities. Like things are happening. So I mean, you can't like, it's hard to strategize around certain, things because you're limited on a bunch of options. But I mean, still wake up.
Yeah. Also, like, why is that whole family annoying? I'm sorry.
They are.
Each and every one of them.
Everybody.
I agree.
Even Ethan.
Yes.
Annoying.
Yes.
Especially
like Tabitha, especially because she can't, like, I don't know, maybe she has a hard time just sort of getting her thoughts together when they're asking like, hey, what happened? What have you gone through? I just find it so annoying that she doesn't just come out with it. And it just, I don't know.
No, thank you for saying that because when we watch it together, we're just like, why are y'all so scared to say something? Please, like, it's like anytime like they're asked a question, it's like they freeze up like a deer in headlights, and it's just a question. It's like no one's trying to stab you with a spear, no one's trying to put a gun at your head. We're just trying to ask you what's going on, and you're just like, well, I don't know, I saw this, and then, well, I don't know, I can't do this anymore, and you just walk away.
It's always, I don't know, I was at this rock, and it was red. And like, girl, I was at this rock. I saw this creature coming out. For some reason, I was like a little version of myself dressed in these 1600 type clothes. Like I would have just came out with it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Kids the parents are. I think the kids just inherited the parents like terrible personality. Like
it's like
they didn't stand a chance. From nurture to nature, they never stood a chance because both of them were stupid.
I think one of the funniest things I've seen in like the conversations around the show is like when Tabitha came back at that first night and they were arguing back and forth. They're like, them monsters is out there telling them to shut up because they making all that noise arguing.
T Wade just said the same thing. Two idiots were fighting, act like nobody could hear them.
Like, and one thing I will say is that everybody in that show is written so great because there's a lot of like not being able to work under pressure in such a horrific situation. And the funny thing is that each character, although they have their own little niche, right? With Jim and Tabitha specifically, Jim has the pressure of trying to be a good partner and decent partner, even though he has kind of like this overt narcissism or like this sort of like, I don't know how to understand you, where he is getting, initially before he had his meltdown, getting the phone calls and like the correspondence on the radio. And it's like, well, Jim, your wife shouldn't be down there. And, oh, Dad, it's me, it's Thomas. And then Tabitha on the opposite end is getting all of this information, recognizing the parallel between her and Miranda. Like Desiree said, there's not enough conversation and not enough. And Jay also said this too, like you're not talking directly about what it is that you're experiencing because these things could be piecing together what's actually happening. Like it's everybody in that town is being specifically picked on their own thing. And no one's talking about what they're being picked on to actually be like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
That's what exactly what I'm saying, because it's bothering me that like y'all are having these each individual experiences and then yet you're just keeping it inside. Why is no one saying like, hey, I need to talk to you for a second? Like, have you been seeing bugs on your arm? Have you been seeing, I don't know, like these images on your leg? But no one's even saying anything like that. And it's frustrating.
It especially bothers me because y'all have a luxury. Y'all are one of the few people who came in there with your family and still have your family. So I think that's what bothers me too. You have the luxury of being in there with someone who you once loved. Granted, there's issues or whatever, but the fact that even in this situation, like I said earlier, the trauma that should bring you together is pulling you further apart. And even Shane pointed out with the argument, it's like, at what point do you just say, all right, somebody's got to be the mature person here?
Yeah.
Not the monsters were eating popcorn. Listen. I just, I don't know. I also think that now Jade's delivery sometimes can be a little rough, but in this situation, I'll deal with the roughness. And Jay, you know I don't like Jade, but I will take his poor delivery over Jim's gaslighting any day, especially to your wife, especially after the things you've seen, man. I can't get with it.
Yeah, no, I agree totally, because like one thing that Staphany mentioned too is like, how are you not understanding your wife, and how are you not understanding the situation? How are you not understanding that what you've seen, the phone call, the other stuff? Mm-hmm. How are you not grasping the concept that this is real right now? It's still real, Jim. You're not dreaming. You're not sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just doesn't know how to let someone else, I don't know, lead.
Yeah, I see that. Mm-hmm. I feel like and I think that's why he had a problem. Anybody that could possibly have a little bit more authority or be more important than him, I don't think he likes it, because that's what it gives when whenever Tabitha or even Jade said something, he kind of just tries to shoot it down. I don't like Jim. Like, I used to hate Kenny in his high waters last season, but I really hate him.
Kenny's looking good now.
Yeah. He got some pants that finally fit that go down to his ankles, so I can rock with him.
Oh my God.
Leave Kenny alone. No Kenny slander.
Yeah, Kenny's been through too much. Like, we still mourning his mom. He's been through too much.
He's been through a lot. Through a lot. I give him that.
I feel bad for him.
They don't even got no one to cook for the town no more. The diner's closed.
Right.
They starving. I don't know if y'all noticed, but everyone is aggressive as hell. They all hungry. Like,
and you know what happened? Like, Sister Sue had to come up in there and be like, "Let's talk about reopening this diner."
Yeah,
right. Let's like, what you about to cook?
We know who Jim voted for sure.
Jim wrote his name in.
Trump wrote his name in. Yup.
F Kenny.
Oh, y'all hate Kenny. Wait a minute.
Yeah. We're anti-Kenny on this show. Like, if you go back and watch our lives from season 2, like, we was dragging Kenny like heavy over those pants.
I have a different opinion about Jade. Like, even from like the beginning, I was just like, Jade is on something different than everybody else is. Like, Jade might be the person that, in a way, his delivery is absolutely rough, but also too, I feel like he's on that. Like, he's something else is downloading and processing within him, that he's just like, all right, that's why he always looks like he didn't seen a ghost. Like, he looks like don't y'all know Home Alone?
Damn, yeah.
Like, got electrocuted. That's what Jade looks like all the time.
I'm like, Jade is in withdrawal. He came to Fernville on drugs, remember? Jade
Oh yeah, that's right. He was drunk, I think.
He woke up high and didn't know what was going on. Yeah.
That was a video game. And now he's going through withdrawal. That's why he looks so tired. He's agitated. He looks crazy.
That would explain the drinking. When you go through withdrawals, you drink a lot.
Heavy drinking. Right out that cab.
Exactly.
Okay. I'll give him a little grace. I'll give him a little grace now. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Speaking of grace. Okay, and I'm gonna say something, and y'all might jump me, y'all might whatever, but I'm just gonna say it. Boyd is pissing me off.
No,
100%.
No.
Boyd is pissing me off.
I agree.
Boyd is pissing me off.
No.
Yes. And let me tell you, before y'all jump me, before y'all knock my glasses off, let me tell you why. Let me tell y'all why. So, I feel like in this situation, you're walking into something that's completely supernatural. It's terrifying. You've seen people die, and you are right. Granted, I'm not we're not Blue Lives Matter over here. Let's be clear. Let's Let's make that known. You know, Black Lives Matter all day over here. But it was an honest mistake. Nikki was being nosy in the blinds when she shouldn't. When she should have just minded her business, and she got shot. That's what you get. All in the blinds. Now look at you dead. So I feel like Boyd doesn't have a reason or a right to be so hard on DaCosta. That's just my. I'm gonna let y'all have it. That's
I agree. Yeah. I feel like he's doing too much because he wasn't coming. I feel like people know who to try because Boyd wasn't coming at Dale like that when he stabbed his son. He didn't have that energy towards Dale. He didn't have that energy towards when him and what's her name wasn't getting along. What's her name? Why is her name slipping my mind? Over Colony House.
Oh,
Donna or
no? Donna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When him and Donna wasn't getting along, he didn't have that energy. But I feel like it's just easy to pick on her. I'm like, if you drop me in a place that there's monsters and you just got into a car accident, you have probably a concussion. You're telling me there's monsters. Of course, I'm gonna handcuff you to the ambulance. Why would I believe you? And you're right. Nikki should have been minding her business. She know better than being at that window after sundown.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now she's a liability because they already didn't have no supplies. They have a half doctor, maybe a pediatrician.
She's the water bearer. That's all. That's all. All Muriel ever does.
Not the doula.
Even that.
No.
All love to the doulas. I'm just saying, like, dang, okay.
Yeah, Boyd's just mad because, you know, she's a real cop.
Yeah. Wait, what is Boyd? Is Boyd, what is he? What is he?
He was in the military.
He was in the military.
Right?
Yeah, he was in the military. Okay. I feel like he was in the reserves, though, because he's too jumpy for me.
I was just about to, yes.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing real, like, war. He didn't go to, like, desert
combat. I'm screaming.
No, he was in the reserve. He did IT.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
What's your theory?
I have a theory. And it wasn't until somebody said something silly on these internets and I thought about it. I feel like Boyd has a lot of tension with that police officer because her demeanor and her like fierceness reminds him of Abby.
Oh.
And that tension and that like you came out of nowhere, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. He's taking out her aggression on the fact that he no longer has his partner in Abby. And this woman, yes, she's a cop. I mean, whether that she, like he said, he was just like, when did you graduate? Like 3 days ago? I thought that was a gathering. I was like, thank you. Yeah. But it's like, no, like she responded in a way that anyone else would have naturally responded in that situation. I'm not going to listen to the lady who just got in a car accident with this old guy who was talking crazy stuff to me. We're in this town. I done seen somebody out in the street. Like she responded naturally.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, absolutely. Shooting Nikki. It's like you said, Dr. J said it. What you looking out the window for? Don't you know better? Aren't you supposed to be?
You know better. And you're right. DaCosta and Abby, they are skin folk. So maybe, you know, she might be Boyd's type.
Yeah.
Listen.
And that might be just like passive aggressive, like I like you, but I'm not gonna tell you type thing.
Like when you're in elementary school and you pick on somebody because you like them, it might be that.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hope not.
Now, RJ, I'm not gonna lie though, man. Like I don't hate Boyd. I really don't. And here's why. Here's my reason why. So first off, now I will agree with everyone. Why was your head in the window? That was dumb. That was your fault. Yeah. She did respond naturally. I do agree with that because, you know, you don't know what the hell's going on. So whatever. Although the part that like really like irritated me is just, you know, it's not even like, you know, you can go, I don't care if you walk into the sheriff's office. That's, you know, I feel like, you know, there's no like sacred place in that, at this point, but it's the fact that you're walking in and I know you've been there, whatever, a few days, whatever, but people are trying to tell you, at least Kenny, I thought was the one who actually was the calm in the situation more than Boyd, because Kenny was the one who was, you know, like, you know, this is what it is. And all the questions that you have asked have already been answered. So like, this is what it is. So I think Kenny set that part of reality in her, like, you know, no matter what happens, you're going to have all these questions. So, but besides that, the part that irritated me is her going in hot and just trying to be like, hey, I need my gun. It's like, whoa, hold on, Sally Addison,
like
whatever your name is. You do not need that weapon right now, because unfortunately a life was still lost.
Yeah.
They respond in a natural way, but you can't come at people like that, because I think Staphany brought up a great point though, because of that aggression. But still, I still think that you need to understand what you just saw is something that, like, you're gonna have all these questions even more, but you need to relax right now, because we're not going anywhere.
And speaking of relaxing, like she came in hot again on Kenny, which I understand. And I love the fact that now, because this is one of my issues with, not with the show, but with the viewers of the show. A lot of times people don't understand that some stuff happens off camera. So they're not always going to be, they're not always going to verbalize, oh, we thought of this, we thought of that, we thought of this, we thought of that. Why isn't anybody doing anything? And so in this episode, when we have that conversation with Kenny and DaCosta, we have no idea, Papa Socks, what's going on in the show, but we're gonna be here every week until they tell us in season 9 what's going on. But like, we finally learned that what Kenny said is, like, everything you're saying, we've said. Like, we're not just sitting here twiddling our thumbs waiting for a miracle. Like, we've thought about this. We don't, because she was asking stupid questions like, well, why does the sheriff station look like this? And man, we
like a post office. That's what
I'm like, because
we've thought of this already. So I like that we kind of got a look into their world, because we got to understand that everything does not happen on camera. And I think as viewers, we got really spoiled with binge watching, and so we're looking for everything to be kind of laid out in front of us instead of us sitting and thinking and appreciating the writing. So I just want to say that's my feelings on that, is that everything doesn't have to happen on camera for it to be explained, or to be understood rather.
I want to say, I feel like DaCosta is getting the short end of the stick. And I mean, in no way am I defending her and her people, but back in the day, like, people at least had a little orientation. Like, Donna sat Tabitha and them down and said, listen, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. We said don't do this, because if you do this, this gonna happen. Nobody sat her down. They were all crazy about the girl getting shot. I'm like, people get shot. People die on From all the time.
Every day.
Every day, B. Every day.
All the time.
I was gonna say,
you didn't have like an orientation, like sit her down and say, I think I would be like her too. I might be aggressive too. I was just on the highway near my house. Now I'm here, and I left my house 5 minutes ago. Like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think she should be punished for what she did, because truth be told, if they could forgive Sarah, they could forgive anybody.
Yeah.
And this was a genuine accident too. And I think that's what's bothering people, is like, I can see if she like shot her up, on purpose, but it was a genuine accident. I think that's where my frustration with Boy comes from. T Wade said she thinks she's smarter than everyone. She'll see soon enough that there's no solution. And I think that's probably what's gonna be her click. Where it's gonna click is when she realizes that you're not special. It's not gonna be you. Like, you're not the one.
That's what it is, because it's like, because it pissed me off too when she showed Boyd the badge. It's like, oh, okay. Like, what are you gonna do? Arrest me? Because again, I know it was an accident, but I think the part is just coming in hot in a situation like that. Like I said, unfortunately, a life was lost. So right now, you can get your bullets back, but you can have the gun.
Yeah.
But right now, you need to just settle down and just realize what the situation is, and then maybe in like the next couple of days, when people talk to you about it, then you can get your bullets back or whatever. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. So, Shayna, the creatures are gonna get accosted the way they played that song for her, and the monsters. Listen, they're funny.
They're petty.
Yeah. I have a theory about her, and I thought about this. I don't know what it's gonna look like. But the way that she came in and the way that Jade came in were very chaotic. They both came in very chaotic situations. And I think that, like, her and Jade have some type of similarities, which make me want to like her because to Dr. J's point, like she did not have the orientation. Everybody had the chance. Whenever anyone grabs like that mug, they ask you want a drink, let's sit down. That's orientation. She did not get that. So she came into this really crazy situation, like what's going on? Kind of like Jade, he got in that car accident and he woke up and he was like, where am I? What's going on? And I think that like once she like, I don't want to say comes down because I don't think there's any such thing as coming down in that place. I think she'll realize like where she is in the situation and maybe she'll partner with people to help get everybody out. That's my hope.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I'm with you.
I agree.
I feel that one.
Yeah. I think she'll come to her senses.
Yeah. But for right now, though, I just love how she has Boyd hot. I think we need that. Somebody needs to come in and tell Boyd a little about himself.
When she walked up on him, I was like, yes, girl. Assert dominance.
Yeah.
Give me my gun.
I was so mad.
I was like, the upper lip is working.
Y'all, that's a good thing you mentioned. I didn't even realize that they didn't have orientation. I guess things are so chaotic now because you have to think before the Matthews family got into town, things were kind of quiet. They had found the talismans. They knew how to survive. They didn't have a lot of deaths. I think it was 69 days or something without deaths by before the first episode. Yeah, and I think that now that Fatima can't do the orientation because she was the one that did it. Now there's nobody to kind of ease them into the world.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. What happened to Boyd's grand plan about catching one of these jokers?
I was just about to mention.
I've been waiting on that.
I was about to mention.
You over here graying at the chin. Can we come on and like do what you said you was going to do? Where's that box at? Where's that grand plan?
Yeah.
He may do it now. He calmed down when he thought he was going to be a grandpa, but now that he's not, he may do it now. Because remember, he was supposed to take Ellis, and Donna was like, that man's about to be a father. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't be tracking him down there now that there's no baby. No.
That's a good. We kind of Papa Socks. We talked about that. I think a couple of episodes ago. We thought that there's going to be a division and there's going to be a power struggle for the authority. I don't foresee Boyd being in charge for long. I feel like the decisions that he has made and how he is, I think people are either Randall, I feel like, or DaCosta is going to be the one to kind of create that power vacuum. There's going to be a shift. I believe so.
I think there needs to be, honestly. I do want to see what would happen under someone else's leadership.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Not leadership on election night. Dang, boy, you got voted out of office, brother.
But honestly, though, like when it comes down to it, would y'all rather have like Randall and DaCosta or Boyd and Donna because they've been there and they know what's going on?
Boyd and Donna.
Donna and DaCosta.
I think, I was thinking that too. Donna and DaCosta. I want some new leadership. We need to shake things up a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Randall. He gonna do what need to be done. He gonna get his hands dirty.
You trust Clandle?
I don't trust
Randall.
I don't trust Randall, but I feel like he gonna do what need to be done and get the job done.
He's gonna put all of us in one house. Like it is gonna be the colored house. Like I don't
know. Some Ray Charles withdrawals right now. Like
I don't know. I don't think Donna could continue to lead because a couple episodes ago she broke down to Boyd. I think she's cracking a little bit. So I don't know if she could lead. I feel like if anyone is going to lead, in my opinion, I feel like who could possibly step up is Jade if he gets it together.
Yeah.
Because Jade is doing the thing. He might have his drinky drink with him everywhere he goes, but he's doing the thing. And I feel like who could lead with Jade if they get their mind right and actually do something worthwhile is Ellis. If he actually do something worthwhile.
Ellis is too fragile.
I need Ellis to just I need the monsters to get him. I'm sorry. He's not doing it for me.
I feel like he can, but I feel like he never had to. He'd be over there in his flannel little shirts, just chilling. Like Ellis is like, oh, it's a vacation.
But to be fair, I kind of do agree and see what Dr. J is saying because wasn't it in the last season? He didn't I think he saved someone or he did something. He stepped up and did
Yeah,
something.
he helped his dad like go get the Matthews or
Yeah,
something.
that was it.
Oh yeah, he drove and picked
Yeah,
up
He did
was it
that
Boyd?
one little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ran out. So I mean, I think that he will step up in the times that matter. And I hate to say it too. I think Randall will unfortunately be that person too, even though I can't stand Wandle because all he does is wham, wham, wham. But I think that
we didn't call this man Wandle, we didn't call him Clandle.
Yeah, I call him Wandle, but
he's two-faced too.
Yeah, literally.
Hold on, he was attacked. Y'all gotta I feel Randall because Boyd goes out of his way to save every person on that show. And I said this maybe 2 weeks ago when it happened, when Boyd pulled up to Colony House and he put his hand on the wheel. I said, oh, Boyd about to be Boyd. He about to go back. When he turned off that engine, I was like, Boyd didn't go back. So I feel like Randall deserves to be he's like the lone wolf. He deserves to be a little mad. He got a whole slash on his face.
I do agree with that.
He got a bite
that's
out
gonna give him
right
some
in his
street
neck.
cred. He gonna get street cred off of that wound.
Yeah.
He has a right to be mad.
Yo, what if him and Sarah Bodies take over?
Oh gosh.
We call her Sarah
Oh my
Bodies,
God.
not Bodies. She's a killer in the streets. Sarah Bodies.
Scariest person in town.
I still feel I don't know. It could go either way. I think he's still a slave to the entity. He's attached to that,
Yes.
Something's gonna happen to where he's gonna have to bend at their will.
Yeah.
I want to address this comment. Do you guys think, since we're talking about DaCosta, do you guys think the orientation would have helped her because she still wasn't listening to reason when Kenny tried to explain it to her? So do you think if Fatima would have taken her under her wing and did what they did with Julie, would that have affected DaCosta differently and how she received being in the town?
Yeah, because Fatima's showing people the night sky, the eastern star. She's showing all the pretty things about from. She's like, if you look up, you don't have to worry about what's down here. I was like, yeah, the things that are killing us. But okay. I feel like it might because it's just a different approach.
Yeah.
But I think her approach to even Kenny telling her, it wasn't because he wanted to. It's she asking questions and Kenny was just like, you stressing me out. Listen.
Yeah.
This is just the stuff that happened here. Do you really think we just been here and we just been chilling the whole time?
I was surprised at how calm Kenny was too. He was very, I don't know, he's grown, I think, as far as his reactions to certain things, He used to match energy. Tough.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best parts about the episode because we've never seen him like that. In that moment where he was trying to tell someone who's older than him about this experience that he's having and everyone else is having there, just in this calm demeanor, it almost seemed like he was just coming out of that stage where he's really setting himself into reality now, and it sucks, but it's gonna, that's how he's gonna think going forward with things. And I think that's just what he's experiencing is gonna not affect him, but it's just the way he sees things now.
Yeah, he's pouring tea for her and everything. He's just at peace, calm. Just I'm like, okay, Kenny.
I mean, he's lost everything. I mean, what is there to be riled up about? He has nothing left. So it's I might as well chill out the rest of my days.
Yeah.
So
I think
Shayna, you my girl. You my girl.
yeah.
But the thing that okay, with Ellis, this just bothers me every time something happens with Ellis. I think I said this last couple of episodes. It's just anytime it could be anything. Elvis or Ellis will look at something and then it'll just cut off. Or else he's about to say something, I have something to tell you, and I'm like, it'll cut off. And I'm like,
he has a lot of dramatic pause endings. It's I feel like they try to use him as a vessel to deliver the bad news or receive the bad news, but we never get to see any reaction to it. They just need something for him to do other than be the baby daddy. We get it. That's your kid. What else you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at with Ellis. I like him, but we need a little bit more from him. So let's little segue here, a little hard turn. How old is Randall? Because I don't like him hanging around Julie. I
don't like that either.
How old is that guy? Because I feel
How old
I
is
said it's a grown ass man because Julie's a teenager.
Is
She
she?
is.
I thought she was
She's a
like
teenager.
18,
She's like
19.
7, 16. No, younger than that. I
No,
think.
Julie's like 16, 17.
Is she?
Yeah.
she's a teenager.
Oh yeah.
And even if she was 18, I'm pretty sure he's got to be up there in his 20s. Like,
He's gotta be like at least 27.
he
26.
still wouldn't excuse
Okay.
it. He still wouldn't excuse it.
Yeah, at least 27.
Randall looks like the guy that you stay away from at the village table. It's like, no,
Yeah.
brother, I'm good.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he'll be like a big brother. I'm hoping that that's where they're going with
She's
that.
not looking at that man like no big brother.
At all. When she was like, what are you doing? Where
What are you
going?"
doing?
Yeah.
Let me put my back inside. It's like,
Right,
girl,
she knew.
not
She knew
catching
what
him.
that was.
Yeah, you caught that too. I was like,
You know, like when she smiled at him, I said, I'm uncomfortable.
And I don't like that.
I needed
Yeah.
to
I
know.
don't know. I kind of got the whole puppy dog following the adult dog that doesn't want to be bothered type of
Oh,
I
he's
got
vibe.
that at
paying her
first,
dust. Yeah,
but
I'll
then
give
like,
him that.
yeah,
I'll give him that. I'll give Clandle that. He's paying her dust. Like I'm pretty sure he senses it, and he's not even entertaining that shit. So I'll give him that.
Man.
yeah, that's true. He's not because he's just like, all right, let's just get the job done. You know, because
Yeah.
we gotta go.
Yeah, he's
You
got
know who
other
would
things.
have wanted Julie? Elgin.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Elgin been on her. Elgin has been on Julie, and Julie, I don't know, maybe she doesn't maybe she's not down for the swirl, but she not paying Elgin no type of mind.
Well, I was going to
Elgin
say,
need to
who else is on Elgin?
Yeah,
That's
my
what
man, my man.
Yeah, Elgin need to focus. He needs to get his story going. He needs to figure things out for us. Don't worry about Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't please.
There was an interview
Yeah.
on another live with the actress who plays Julie, and she read the comments and she doesn't see a coupling because she's only 16 on the show. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Thank
Mhm.
God. Whew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Elgin can have a new woman
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we got to worry about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that thing on his back,
Yeah.
Okay.
on his
So
shoulder.
I want to talk about the cicadas. So it was Julie, Randall, and
Muriel.
Marielle.
Yeah.
So can they not see each other's cicadas? So are the cicadas assigned to like an individual? Because she couldn't see them in the van.
mhm.
Only Randall could see them.
I think that they are assigned to a certain individual. It happens. Yeah.
I think it happens individually.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Not the ghost goodies.
That's terrifying.
I like that. I like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so also they went back to the arches or whatever you call it. That little area. Was that
Yeah.
the same area that Sarah and Boyd went to before?
I need
I think
to.
so. That was the area where Boyd was in the chimney and he saw Martin.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And then when he finally figured out what was going on, it was funny because when he left out of there. But when he broke the ballerina box, the dancing,
Oh, okay.
that's when it turned into the arches. It was no longer
Mhm.
Okay.
a building, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you guys think Julie was feeling? Because if you remember, she said, what did she say? She said, I can feel it. You can feel it too. And Randall was like, now let's go.
Yeah, but I feel like Randall did feel that because the way he looked,
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was.
I feel like that was a way out or something.
Okay, there's no
Really?
smash by Randall. We got that close. Randall made contact with one of the bugs. He did smash one, right?
Yeah, he smashed one
He
on the
did.
windshield, or yeah,
Mhm.
it was on the dashboard or the console or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Martin, right?
yeah.
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 Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. But I do agree with Staphany as far as where they were going with it. Not sure just yet.
Yeah.
I'm curious if they're being called back to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a way out, I think, but not like the way not in terms of getting out, but somewhere that might lead them to somewhere else.
I feel like it's a trap.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing good is gonna come from it, to be honest with you. Whatever that pull was, it wasn't a pull for healing. It wasn't a pull for anything good. I don't know. I wouldn't want to live. Just take me out. I don't want to deal with none of that.
Every day there. Yeah, no.
But Elgin can't never catch a nap. It's always something.
Always.
He slept enough. It's time for him to wake up and get to work. Get busy, Elgin.
Yeah,
he
get
got
out, please.
to sleep on the bus on the way
Man,
there.
Elgin need to start talking. We've been saying that since forever. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elgin seems to be like a clairvoyant. Like he can see with the dreams, and he's like, I've seen this place. I know what's going on. But it doesn't. And the same thing with each character. The show indicates that each character is experiencing some sort of tension, anxiety, and some sort of fear within their own individuality. But the crazy thing about Elgin is that he's seen certain things in his dreams, and you see that with the woman in a kimono.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, you have only told a certain amount of people, they can't see. What is it that this woman is trying to show you? Because she's saying, I can help save you. But so did the voices. They said the same thing to Sarah.
Exactly. And that's what I said the last time.
There's so many different voices that people are listening to and hearing. And I'm gonna like put this out there. Elgin was at the same place that Victor had just got out of.
yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute, this looks familiar.
A little suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be.
Yes.
That's the writers as they're writing, literally.
Yeah.
Can't do it too much.
Mhm.
Speaking of suspicious, let's talk about this Polaroid. I said that when he found, I was like, yeah, absolutely not. Leave it alone. Like, leave it alone. No, I don't want nothing to do with none of this, man. I don't know. No, I'm not. Like the knock on the door. Why would I would have just left? I would have automatically left. I'm not doing any of that.
No.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You're ready.
Everything.
You're ready in Fromville. I mean, how bad can it get?
I don't know.
True.
I
I mean,
mean, Polaroid is telling you where to go, and then you. And so, what do you guys think he meant when he says, "Is this where it happens?"
Is this where I die?
probably.
Is this where you died? Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
What? So, are you saying you think that the kimono lady is that body that he found? Oh, okay.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think there's another person, but I don't know who that is though.
I saw a theory that somebody said it was Martin because of the long hair.
that's yeah.
Oh,
Could possibly.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
No, but when he said, "Is this where it happens?" I really took that more as like, "Is this where I'm gonna die? Is this like where you about to take me out?"
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like Elgin would be a waste of a death, though. Like, I feel like he didn't make enough waves yet for them to take him out. Like, what would be the reason?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he got to make more waves so his death would like really impact the town. Like
Yeah.
a Boyd. I mean, they're not gonna take out Boyd.
Yeah.
Maybe they might die, but they'll be like, turn into one of those creatures or just be resurrected into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
interesting. If they do end up going that route of eliminating Elgin, clearly he has a special gift. I also kind of think that Tilly had something there too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she kind of predicted her death just with the way that she was helping Fatima and the little hints that she gave along the way, such as giving up her morphine. We know that she didn't really need it anymore, but just what she said after that too, and how like dying. I think she said something about like dying is like a grand adventure or something like that.
Yeah.
Little, and then with what happened, with what she told Fatima, as far as you have to run, it's almost as if she expected her own death.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Good
with
point.
the whole bird, thing flying through the window and the tarot cards, that may have been because aren't birds like an omen of death or something like that? I feel like you're right. She, in some form of fashion, predicted her death.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, but for what though? Like, and why?
Yeah, because it can't be just for nothing. You know, it has to be like, is there a spirit that's going to get transferred? Is this going to be the answer to everyone getting out? What is it?
Tilly about to turn into one of them ghosts that they talk to all the time.
Oh,
there, like whoa.
No, like, I think about it in a way that, you know, especially with what's going on with Fatima, I think that that's the person that Fatima or Ellis or Elgin is going to be talking to, and everybody has that one specific person, and it's like funny because it's developing in a way that is like very slow cadence to see. Like Jade has
the man from the bar.
yeah, I forget his name. Is it Leo? No, it's not. Tom. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Jade has Tom, where Boyd has Father Khatri. It's like now you see that there's certain people, like depending on how they die within the town, now you can have more of a dialogue with them after their death. And it's very interesting to see that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I think it depends on the relationship they had with that particular person before they, you know, died or got killed as well. You know, that particular person will attach themselves to them and maybe either be of help or none at all.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on like the whole culture of like the spirits talking back with them. I think it really is indicated on almost like, you know, a vice. And the vice of whether they're guilty or something is there like within their own mental or spiritual angst. And it's like this one person is the one who is like not necessarily a conduit of that angst or a conduit of that vice, but for example, like Boyd feeling guilt all the time for all the people that he's responsible over, and then talking to Father Khatri because he's a priest. You know, you talk to priests when you feel guilty about things. Versus Jade talking to Tom, where Jade would go to Tom because Jade is always drinking. He would go to the bartender. He's always talking to the bartender, a confidant in a way, kind of like a unorthodox type of confidant, but it's almost like that person that you're talking to so oblivious, not necessarily being oblivious to this person actually kind of understands the problems that you have innately within you. But it's that person that you see, that spirit that's almost kind of like, well, yeah, you know, you got to figure it out. But that person also was the one that you remember, like, oh, I want to get a drink. Oh, it's Tom. Oh, I want to talk to somebody. Oh, it's Father Khatri. I think Tilly is going to be that for one of the characters.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And you know, alcohol is making a comeback. I mean, look at the fact that Donna's like, I need a drink. Let's go get a drink. And you see Henry, and remember how Tabitha found Henry. He had a 6-pack in his hand, you know? Then he was in the house looking for a drink. I wondered, I don't want to necessarily say that he's an alcoholic, but I do wonder if he is. If, you know,
Jade
doing, you know, the fact that he's been through what he's been through. Oh, that was his crutch, you know?
Yeah.
He's definitely using it.
Yeah. Henry deserves any sedative he could get. I mean, he lost his whole family.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he lost his whole family. His wife went crazy.
So it would make sense.
Yeah, he's found his long lost son after 40 years.
Yeah, that's a couple right
there. Oh, I don't want to see that.
Listen, she didn't deny the orgies in Colony House. She did not deny it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Donna doesn't give me with Henry. Donna gave me with like, I don't know. I feel like Donna needs like a Sally or like a Jennifer or something. Like, I don't know.
They're not.
Donna's not giving with Henry. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine her being the stepmom to? That's a Victor.
Victor's been through enough.
Yeah, right.
Victor's been through enough.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But I did feel bad for Victor this episode. He had like he wasn't in an episode a lot. I think he had like one scene where he was kind of yelling at the doll, and his dad was trying to calm him down. I don't know, man.
Do you think that doll is like a pinpoint to a lot of like the, I guess, monitoring spirits that have been walking around?
I think it's important some kind of way.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know how they're going to get him to talk.
She's going to take him down to the basement.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I need to use your basement. She's like, oh, okay.
Oh, I'm ready.
But the way he said it, though.
Yeah, I need to use your basement. And she's like, oh,
I need to use your basement. Damn.
Like, first of all, who you talking to? Like,
Right. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Well,
too.
No, Victor said, "Listen, I got work to get done.
He has work to do.
You know, I think in a point like that, I have work to get done. When we were talking about the leaders, I was going to say, and I'm so happy you said that, Dr. J. Thank you. No one ever consults Victor.
yeah,
I know.
Never.
That's why
No
I
one
said
consults Victor.
I literally the last time it would have been nice for him to have been at that town hall, but I knew he wasn't going to be there. You know, Victor, he does his own thing, and that's completely fine. Yeah. But if they actually had have confided, they would have actually found out a lot about those faraway trees, because they're wanting to go in those faraway trees, and look what happened to Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
rightfully so. Dale was getting on my damn nerves.
he had to go.
Dumplings needed. Like, no.
So I can get off my damn point. If Victor was at my house with that damn doll, I'd be like,
I mean, but he went to Sarah's house. He didn't go to someone normal. He went to Sarah's house. Like, if anybody, Sarah's gonna be like, well, what else bad could happen?
Right.
Sarah body, sit down.
Yeah, everybody hates me already.
That's a
I was ready to see what he was gonna say. I was like, Jasper talking is giving goosebumps right now. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember Papa Socks. Then, Jay confronted Victor on some stuff, and
that definitely don't match because Victor's kind of neurodivergent.
He's neurodivergent, yeah.
And Jay's he's a New Yorker, so they come off as like rude East Coaster. But that was
you have to talk to Victor a certain kind of way, and I think really only Tabitha and Sarah Bodies can kind of do that. I just don't see. I don't see him being able to open up to anybody else. You have to talk to him a certain way, and Jay doesn't have the language skills and the personality to get anything out of it.
He don't got he don't got time.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have the patience. He's like, let's cut to the chase. We stuck. We need to get out of here. Victor, what's the problem? Like, he really doesn't have.
Yeah.
Like, but Victor is like, you got to baby him a little bit because of all his trauma. It's like, okay, Victor.
Yeah.
So after Monster One did this, how did you feel? I got that. So what about this? When you took the watch and buried it in the suitcase?
Yeah.
Like, they need to find.
That is a good point.
They need to find that man some peaches. That's what they need to do. They need to find
peaches. Oh yeah, that's right.
A can of peaches gonna get him talking. You might be.
That's why he's going crazy. He's losing his mind.
No peaches. He's gonna have no
peaches in the.
Oh yeah, because he said there's no more peaches in the lab. I think someone ate them and he was pissed.
Yeah, the food's running out.
I'm surprised he didn't take the talisman off the door when they ran out of peaches.
That's terrible.
That'll teach him.
Won't have the same problem twice.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. What do you guys think that Muriel is going to do for Fatima? Because remember, she volunteered to move into not move in, but stay the night at Colony House just to watch over Fatima. Because remember, I said I still find her very suspicious.
Muriel can't even help herself. What do you mean what she won't do for Fatima? I feel like Muriel,
but that's all she ever does is give water and then feel the forehead. That's all she does.
Do we not find her suspicious in some ways? Remember, she gave her the medication for this, quote unquote pregnancy. The craving started coming on. Now she wants to be close to her. Do you think it's genuine, or do you think these entities are telling her, like, hey,
I think it's the entities.
Move in on her or something.
I agree.
Because she was one of the. Okay, wait a minute.
The cravings, they're getting worse.
Because she did feed in, like she's trying to help her, but
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I feel like she is trying to help, but it also could be like, see, that's why I don't know. Like, this is why I feel like they need to talk and they need to really kind of come together, because if 3 people were affected and now Fatima was affected, wouldn't you take the people that are affected by the town and either have them talk or push them somewhere where they can't hurt anybody? Which is why Donna said, like, I don't think she should be living in Colony House.
And she was right. Look what happened to Tilly.
Look what happened to Tilly.
I was heartbroken by that. I was.
Oh, yeah, we felt more than Tilly. We gotta make it to the repass. At Colony House.
Is Christy doing the body again? Because she did real
Yeah,
good.
Christy
Oh
could
my,
do
yeah.
Yeah.
body. We gotta give it to her. She might not be a mortician, but she did the body well.
Yeah.
That's how you know what our panel ethnicity is. Like, who gonna
Yes.
do the body?
Yes. And then all I could think about was Tilly dancing in the rain when she first survived or whatever. It was kind of weird behavior. You know, we're like, what is up with this woman? But it's all I could think about now after her death.
Yeah. That took me by surprise. I was not expecting Tilly to be offed by Fox. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like something would happen because Tilly was really pushing herself up on her, even with the tarot cards, everything like that. She was kind of like pushing herself up on her. But for her to go out like that, I said, not only did she stab her, but I'm like, you hit a major artery? Like, I feel like you meant to kill her. Like, I don't know.
You stabbed her in the heart pretty much.
That she was feeling more and more angry all the time. And so whatever is in her, whatever she's feeding, that anger is growing and she can't control it. Because if you notice when they had the ultrasound, she like low-key snapped on them when they couldn't find anything. You know, so I feel like it's just something going on inside of her. And in that one moment, she just couldn't hold it in. And unfortunately, Tilly was on the other end of it. Definitely sad, but also too, I feel like if when she was measuring herself, because since she's like embraced eating the rotten fruit and stuff like that, she said her stomach was growing. So something is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some kind of mutation maybe.
I definitely agree. And I mean, with Tilly's death, it kind of does put some theories to rest because I know a lot of people had a lot of theories attached to her as far as who she was and whatnot. But I do wonder, like, that couldn't have just been the end. Couldn't there have been more to her story? You know,
I feel like there is.
Even after her death, I feel like maybe there will be in some weird way.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think her spirit is gonna pop back up. Maybe it'll pop back up.
That's what I think. I think she might be a good spirit, maybe, and she could be like, "Hey, these people are trying to. These other voices, don't listen to them. Listen to me." But
yeah, there had to be more to her story. That whole "don't run after you got stabbed." You know more than what you're. I don't know.
Y'all
it's not normal to get stabbed and be like, "Get out of here, save yourself." I know she cared about her.
Yeah.
But me knowing stories and scripts and how they work as an actress, I'm just like,
Y'all just want Tilly to be bad so bad.
No, I don't want her to be bad. I just know that there's more to her. I don't know. Just from a writing perspective.
I think there's more to her though. I do. Not in a bad way though, maybe.
Don't you run, get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I got that wrong because I could have sworn she was saying that to Ellis. Like as she was going down, Ellis opened the screen door. I thought she was telling Ellis to run, but it was Fatima she was telling to run.
I thought it was Fatima.
I thought it was
Ellis
Fatima.
came in after Tilly was dead, right?
No.
I don't know. I have to rewatch that. But I could have sworn it was Fatima because she was like directly over her. Ellis had come in from this side.
And she told her to run because she knew they were going to put her ass on the box.
Immediately.
As they should.
Immediately.
As they should. But I feel like Boyd won't do it though. I don't know. No, I don't know. But I'm thinking Boyd may not do it because of Ellis. Because
he couldn't even put Sarah in the box. He didn't even do Sarah. So
they could have gone that route in the story. That would have been good because now Boyd's like, well, no, I can't do it. And people are like, what do you mean? You did that to my husband last year. You had no problem.
Boyd didn't choosing. That's the thing. Like
that would be good writing right there too, though.
Boyd and Queen Bee, just like Dale said, they're real selective.
To the
I'll be divided.
Matilda. I remember that. Good movie.
To the chokey. No.
They took the box away?
I didn't know it didn't exist anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I think what happened?
Yeah, the box is gone, I believe. It's I don't remember. Was it not Dale? Dale didn't remove it. I forgot who it was.
It was I can't remember.
There's only one person that's been in the box, and it was the drunk guy from season 1, right?
Yeah.
I thought there was 2 people. I thought.
Oh wait,
I think it was Sarah. They put her in there for a little bit, and then something.
And then she lived, right? She lived.
Yeah, she lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other guy died because he did something stupid.
Well, he was drunk and he left his family. Well, you know what? It wasn't his fault. His family died. Wasn't it his daughter that opened the window?
Okay,
For grandma.
Boyd.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
Boyd, because
Yeah.
that's very dramatic, Boyd. Because yeah, he could have been home, but she still opened the window. The window would have been open regardless.
Exactly. Like he was just having a time. It's not
Down
his
with Boyd.
fault. His family
Anytime,
opened the
Boyd.
window.
I'm done. I'm done.
I mean, I kind of peeped that about Boyd, and that's why I kind of like DaCosta coming in and shaking things up a bit, making him angry and think a bit more. Because I think with leadership, sometimes, some people can be a bit self-righteous. They always believe that they're doing the right thing for others. Whereas looking from the outside, it's like, no, you completely have this wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, and by the way, we do need to get back to the subplot. Boyd, are we catching one of these monsters or what? Because that was like 3 episodes ago, I think, where he mentioned that he wanted to catch one of them.
Yeah, because he's talking to his son. He's like, "Hey, man, I need you to do me a favor." He's like, "I need you to catch one of these things," and that was it.
We need Oz to step up now.
Did Donna talk him out of that though?
Yeah, because remember he said your son is about to be a father. He can't be doing that. But now
I still think he need to do it. Otherwise, how the heck are we going to figure out who they are, what's going on? Like,
I agree.
I think it works like that, though. I don't think you just catch one. Like.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. You don't just catch one, of course not. But like,
but I also don't think it's gonna do anything because I really feel like the monsters are the bottom of the totem pole. I feel like there's so much more going on. That's like asking an entry level employee at like Walmart or McDonald's like a question about why the prices are the way they are. They're not gonna know. So I feel like the monsters are kind of like the guard dogs of the whole situation. I don't think it's gonna cause. I don't think they've done the most damage, but that's because they have the most access to the people.
Yeah. They're the ones.
I don't know. I still think he should catch one. I'm sorry.
I think so.
I'm more fascinated with the village and what was going on there before. I'm very fascinated with the village because they keep going back there. They keep taking the food. They staying in the huts. I want to know what was it before, like what happened. Like
crawling out there that's making all that noise. 5 out there.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to finding it too.
That Tabitha saw in her nightmare.
We are getting closer to finding that too. I think that we need to be out there a little bit more instead of just like a quick cut scene of them getting food and like 1 or 2 conversations, then they cut back to the town. I feel like they need to make a second settlement or something like out there.
Oh, okay.
Like with The Walking Dead, how they had different cities or whatever. I feel like there needs to be maybe that's what will happen when Boyd gets challenged and when they split. Other people are gonna go and live in that village because it's safe apparently.
Who's gonna go out there?
That might be a good point.
We say,
I said, who's gonna go out there? Because I'm.
You don't break
out there. Boyd and Boxer can have their little romance out there, like Boyd and Boxer.
Little cabin getaway, for
Donna. She could cook. Clearly,
Donna and Henry could get out there, nice little romantic cabin getaway for Donna and Henry.
We cannot do Donna and Henry. Like no one wants to see Donna and Henry. I'm like, out of I don't even think we've ever had like a love scene necessarily on From, like a real love scene.
Yeah.
And I pray the first one is not Donna and Henry.
I will immediately unsubscribe from my MGM Plus.
I want to see
the app.
Yeah, I don't really want to see Donna and Henry, even though I think they're just sharing their trauma together.
That could be it. But put the Matthews family, put the Matthews family out there and forget to leave the talisman. Like, oops, took it with me.
Do you all think it's particular that RJ, you said at the beginning that I think it was you that says, you said everybody has lost somebody when they got to Fromville. Yeah. From Donna to Kenny to Boyd, so on and so forth, Fatima and her sister. The Matthews family are the only real set of people who haven't lost anybody the whole time they've been there. I feel like that's particular, no, because like Ethan should have been gone a while back. There's no reason Ethan is really still here based on his antics. Like that boy don't want to live. Yeah. Like he's alive in the nighttime. Let the sun go down. Ethan is out the house. And even Julie has made very, questionable decisions, but they're really the only family there that have not lost a family member. Like Tabitha just really went on, I guess, a 3-day vacay and came back. But she didn't, they have not really lost. So I'm like, I wonder if there's something about that, why that's happening. Because I'm like, if you get rid of Jim, I'm good with that. But apparently we can't get rid of Jim or Ethan. It's kind of like they're indestructible. Like we can't get rid of him.
It's like main character plot armor. That's keeping all of them there. I feel like at the end of the series, maybe they may off Tabitha. I don't think it's gonna be Julie because know they've killed kids before. Never mind. Damn. I don't know.
I feel like there's such a parallel though between Tabitha and Miranda and Ethan with Victor. I feel like that is still going to be sought through. And I'm very interested to see how the writing is going to take place, kind of like driving that van towards what the connection is. Because even with Jade's presence with Tabitha and like the whole theory of Jade is the Christopher, Tabitha is the Miranda, Ethan is the Victor from like a different generation, I still think that there is a lot to be discovered with that whole storyline. And I'm very interested to see how they will navigate that.
I like that. That's fair. I just don't kill Donna. That's all I ask.
Yeah, please don't.
Y'all want to save Donna at all costs?
Donna's a rough rider. You could tell.
She is. Donna be about it, but I don't know.
I garden with her black and mild. Like I wish somebody would.
I feel like Donna is the one also to step up and make a sacrifice. Because that breakdown she had, I feel it didn't set the tone for a lot of things, but it's like she's just had enough, and if the time happens, I think she might be like, you know what, I'll step up, and I don't even care what happens at that point.
She should be ready though, because I mean, truth be told, if you're a leader and you're saying you are a leader amongst all these people, you really got to be ready for whatever comes. Since you're the leader, you can't send a random person if you're the leader. So Donna really does have to step up and do that. And I really feel like Donna would step up for and it doesn't matter what happened before Boyd will. For some odd reason, I feel like Donna would do it first before Boyd.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Boyd is like, yeah, take me. And then he's like, let's think about it. You sure you need me?
I feel like Donna's the type to go out with a shotgun and be like, this is my last run, and I'm gonna blast every one of you until I have no bullets left. And then
Donna gonna go out like Cleo and
set it off.
Yep.
Why was I about to say? As I say, Queen Latifah and set it off. I was literally about to say that.
She gonna go out big. Yeah, but overall, I think I get what people say it was a slower episode, but I feel like when we take the time to kind of do this, it kind of fleshes out the episode a little bit more. And maybe that's why a lot of people are complaining about the pacing of the show and the lack of answers, is because they don't do what we're doing. So by all means, if you were out there tonight and you like what we did, follow, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. So that way you can enjoy the show more. It's always better with friends. But before we get out of here, I want to take the time to thank my guests for being part of the show. So it always happens. Excuse me. Very embarrassing. All right. Staphany, what do you have going on and where can we find you at?
So I am a comedian and I do a lot of content on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Staphany Z. And you can also follow my YouTube where I am the host of the South Era podcast.
All right. Mirasha, where can we find you? What do you have going on?
Yeah, so I'm just a girl who likes to talk TV. So I just be running my mouth on Twitter. You can follow me. My Twitter name is ZoloftPrincess_. Yeah. I am truly a Zoloft princess.
All right. And Desiree, what do you have going on? Where can we find you at?
So you can find me at desireegeraldine on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I don't do too much on social media as much anymore because I've been locking in on writing. But if you'd like to follow me, I'd love to have you.
All right. And Hero Harrison, what do you have going on and where can we find you at?
In the process, making a podcast and doing some more stuff on my YouTube channel. As far as I'm a comic book content creator, for those who don't know, so I do anything Marvel, DC related, all that good stuff, movies, comics, games. So you can follow me on TikTok. That's where my main content is right now at Hero Harrison Talk, and then YouTube, same thing, Hero Harrison Talk, and Twitch, same thing.
All right. And Dr. J, what do you have going on, and where can we find you at?
So you all can follow my personal Instagram at Jamazing, or you can follow my podcast on Therapy Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. We are about to release our 100th episode, so I'm super excited about that.
Awesome.
So follow Therapy Podcast. And one additional plug, if y'all have kids, I write children's books and you could buy it on Amazon. So
Awesome. Give me the link so I can put it down in the description, the link below, so we can check your work out, and we'll support you. We love to support each other around here. And, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys can find me at the Silver Site across most social media platforms. If you see purple or you see me, it's me. If you see a white guy, older white guy, that's not me. Obviously, he has the name and he got to it first. So we're just, reporting him and hoping that he gets off the name because I want it for my brand. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be here same time next week, doing the same thing. With that being said, later days.